Hello student, this is Deepak Sutaria from Vasishtha Vidyalay. Last time we have discussed about adding fertilizer in the soil, irrigation methods, traditional and modern method of irrigation, weeding and weedicides. Now our next topic is harvesting. This is the most important part of the crop production. When the crop is mature, it is harvested, cut and gathered. The process of cutting and gathering the crop is known as a harvesting. In harvesting, crops are pulled out or cut close to the ground. The cereal crops usually takes 3 to 4 months to mature. The harvesting of cereals crop is either done manually by using a sickle or by using machine called harvester. In the harvested crop, the grains are separated from the rest of the plant. This process is called threshing. This is carried out manually by making oxen or buffaloes trample over the cut crop or with the help of machine called thresher. Nowadays a farm machine called combine is used for both harvesting and threshing purpose. After threshing, seeds are separated from the chaff. This can be done manually with the help of wind or with the winnowing machine. The process of removing seeds from the chaff is known as winnowing. Generally, farmers with a small land holding do the separation of grain and chaff by winnowing. This process involves the dropping of grain and chaff mixture on the ground from a height. The seeds being heavier fall vertically down, while the chaff being lighter gets blown away by the wind and falls at a distance. The next topic is storage. Most of the crops are harvested only once a year. They are available in plenty during a particular period of time. To make them available throughout the year, they must be stored. If the crop grains are to be kept for longer time, they should be safe from moisture, insects, rats and microorganisms. The safe freshly harvested crops normally contain more moisture. The moisturized grain may be spoiled or get attacked by organisms, losing their germination capacity. Thus, it is necessary to remove the excess moisture for safe storage. The excess moisture is removed by drying the crop's grain in the sun. The dried grains are now packed in jute bags or metallic bins. Large-scale storage of grain is done in silos and granaries. This must be kept clean and dry and be protected from the pests like rats and insects. Therefore, this must be sprayed with chemicals before storing the grain. Periodic inspection of the storage area must be done to ensure that the grains are not attacked by the radons, insects or microbes. Perishable foods such as fruits and vegetables have higher water content in them. In most cases, they are sent to the market immediately after harvested, as they are to be consumed without much delay. To keep them for long, they are stored at a low temperature in the cold storage. Before going to next topic, I just like to talk about harvest festivals. The sight of golden fields of standing crop laden with grain fills the heart of farmers with joy and a sense of well-being. Thus, the harvest time is the happiest time for the farmers and their families. This is the time to relax and enjoy as the fruit of hard work and labor of past season have borne. The farmers sing traditional chorus song to express their joy and pleasure. Various festivals such as Pongal, Baisakhi, Holi, Diwali, Nabiana and Bihu are celebrated in different parts of the India. Both men and women celebrate this festival with great enthusiasm. Our next topic is food from animals. Animals have been our friends since time immemorial. We keep them for specific purpose. Some are kept for their milk, some of their meat, some of their eggs and some of their helping us in doing work. Thus animals are useful to us in many ways. They provide us different kind of food and food products. The rearing of animals on large scale for food and other purposes is called animal husbandry. On the basis of the food and food products, the animals are grouped in the following categories: milch or milk yielding animals. Cow, buffalo, goat, and camel are milk producing animals. Milk is used to prepare a variety of products such as butter, ghee, curd, and cheese. Next one is meat and egg yielding animals. Poultry animals, goat, sheep, fish, and pig are the animals in this category. Poultry animals such as chicken, duck, and turkey give both meat and egg. Some other water animals such as shrimps, prawns, lobsters, along with the fish, also provide us meat. The rearing of water animals for food on large scale is called pisciculture. Next one is honey. Honey is obtained from the honeybees. The rearing of honeybees on large scale is known as apiculture. Dear student, now just recap the chapter crop production and management. Agriculture, growing plants and receiving animals for the food, clothing and other useful product is known as agriculture. Crops, plants of same kind grown on a large scale is known as a crop. Kharif crop, they are generally planted in June and harvested in October. For example, rice, maize, cotton, groundnuts. These are the example of Kharif crops. Rabi crops, they are generally planted in November and harvested in April. Wheat, barley, peas and gram are example of the Rabi crops. Now we will discuss about agricultural practices. Soil preparation, ploughing, leveling, applying fertilizer, selection of seeds, irrigation, weeding and crop protection, harvesting and storage. Now next important point is soil preparation. Soil preparation involves ploughing, leveling, applying fertilizers. Then after ploughing, the process of loosening and turning the soil is called ploughing or tilling. Next one is leveling. Even after ploughing, big lumps of the soil may remain in the field. These are crushed using wooden or iron planks called leveler. This process is known as a leveling. Then after applying fertilizer, we only know that two types of fertilizer we are using in field. First one is manure or fertilizer. Eventually the soil even turn infertile. To avoid this situation, farmers often add substance called fertilizer. Selection of seeds, this is the most important part. Selection of good quality healthy seeds is the next important crop production. In India, government of body is National Seeds Corporation, gives the good variety of seeds. Then after sowing of seeds, sowing is the process of placing seeds in the soil. Sowing may be done manually or with the help of the implement called seed drill. Manually sowing, this process involves directly sprinkling seeds into the soil. Seeds sown in the field manners are disturbed unevenly. All this method may not sure that all seeds are sown at the correct depth. So we are using a seed drill. In this way we can take the line of the crops in a very pattern, usually pattern. The next part is irrigation. There are two types of method of irrigation. First one is traditional method. In this method, canal irrigation, furrow irrigation, chain pump, pulley system, tegli, rahat, water wheel are some of the traditional method of irrigation. These methods are cheaper but often lead to wastage of water. The best irrigation method is modern methods. Sprinkler irrigation and drip irrigation are the example of modern methods of irrigation. This method helps in saving water. Next one is weeding. Sometimes undesirable plants called weed grown along with the crop. Amarthus, wild oat, grass are example of the weeds. The process of removing weeds is called weeding. Weeding may be done manually or using chemical called weedicides. Now another important thing is storage. Harvested grain need to be stored before they made available for the long time. Now harvesting. The process of cutting and gathering of called harvesting. Threshing is a machine which is manually combined harvester and can be used for both harvesting and threshing winnowing, which involves the separation of the grain from the chaff. Seeds, cover and teeny pieces of the leaves or stem can be done manually or using winnowing machine. Next is animal husbandry. We obtain many kinds of food items from the animals, rearing animals on a large scale for food and other needs. Milk. Milk is obtained from the animals such as cow, buffalo and goat. It is used to prepare variety of products such as butter, ghee, cheese and curd. Next one is meat. Meat is obtained from animals such as goat and chicken. People also eat many kinds of fish, shrimps, lobsters and other sea animals. Eggs. Eggs are obtained from birds such as chicken, turkey and goose. Last one is honey. Honey is obtained from the honeybees. The practice of rearing honeybees is known as apiculture. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you understood all the things.